Ryan Hall 36, Ilya Topuria is 24. Hall the taller man by 3 inches. He will have a reach advantage of 1.5 inches. All right, now for the introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, an undefeated mixed martial artist holding a perfect professional record. 10 wins, no losses. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 145 and 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Alicante, Spain, Ilya El Matador Topuria! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record. 8 wins, 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Falls Church, Virginia, Ryan the Wizard Hall! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Jason Herzog.
Jason Herzog, outstanding referee, draws the assignment here. Ariane Celeste getting us started for round 1 of a possible 3. In the UFC's featherweight division, Ilya Topuria, to the surprise of some, entrenched as a -220 betting favorite. Ryan Hall comes back at +190. This fight clock is brought to you by the United States Marine Corps. Topuria is in red. Ryan Hall out of the southpaw stance in blue.
It's hard not to be surprised because of Hall's ability to finish fights, but if you watch Topuria in his last fight, man, this dude is explosive. When you fight Ryan Hall, it's very difficult to look good. Not many people have been able to do that.
Well, you got to realize that every exchange striking is to set up diving on your legs and ripping your knees apart. And that is always in the back of your head. And it's not a brute force thing. If you look at the guy's body, he's a strong man, but he's not like a Husamal Parhas, you know, just brute strength guy. He's a wizard of technique and absolutely one of the most intelligent guys. When you listen to him talk, he was on the Lex Friedman podcast. The man's absolutely brilliant. His ideas about strategy. But all that said, Topuria is still the betting favorite. That's how good Ilya Topuria is. And again, no one wants this fight. No one wants to fight Ryan Hall. Topuria jumped at it. This is the danger. It's like weird stuff like that. He'll roll into things, and next thing you know, you're tapping and screaming.
I think that the danger in Hall shows to the approach of Topuria to this point. Look at how reserved he is. This young man throws in combination. This young man has a lot of power. And right now, he's rarely getting started.
Yeah, and make no mistake about it, Ryan with his hands down, he's inviting you to attack. That's the idea behind it. He's diving. He's doing weird stuff like that. Like he went forward with a low shoulder to try to touch your leg.
It's really funny, actually.
It's wild.
To watch something like that.
It's wild
in the
because
octagon at the highest level of mixed martial arts.
And again, trained by Firas Zahabi, who's one of the great minds in the sport. So they're devising a strategy to handle. Like, look what he's doing here.
He's trying to grab him, right? He's got the wrist. He's got you can see Ilya like running away from him essentially. We don't see stuff like this anymore, right? Like this was UFC 1 to 10,
right? Where
you had grapplers that did things like that to get you to the ground.
But they didn't do this kind of stuff like this. This is it. Oh, he's in trouble. Topuria's in trouble now.
He's got him grappling with him at least.
Oh, he's tagging him. Topuria's tagging him. Oh, he let go though. Lost position. He had that leg. That was a little bit of trouble, but Topuria was a black belt himself.
Yes, he is. He's grappling. Topuria can grapple.
Oh, he hurt him. He hurt him there.
Hurt Ryan Hall, maybe not.
Yeah, you got to be careful. What if he's faking, right?
Yeah.
He got hit, looks like, because I mean, it's just falling down the whole time anyway. Ilya can just keep doing this, though. Keep just landing and throwing.
Look at this wild way of trying to entangle the legs. I mean, he's really doing everything ass backwards, but it's because it's on purpose. His strategy is to go on the outside of the leg, putting his shoulder. He's trying to lock up a heel hook, 100%. The way he's diving, he's doing like a it's a Imanari roll type situation.
I mean, it's actually
But he's going for the same technique over and over again.
And I mean,
I'm just glad, Joe, you're here to talk us through it.
Look at, I mean, it's such a wild way to approach the legs. See, look.
Ilya tries to knee him. That's smart, right? Maybe you can catch him with a knee whenever he's dropping his head down to the side like that.
But look at his hands are down. He makes it look like he's so casual. It looks like he's almost like playing.
Right.
You know, I mean, he's so comfortable in there. And the audience, the unschooled
they don't know what's going
mouth
on,
breathers amongst us, they're going to start booing and screaming about this guy, but
they don't understand.
Make no mistake about it. First of all, Ilya Topuria is a straight-up assassin, right? And so Ryan has to be real careful as he's doing this, but as he's doing it, I mean, he looks like he's barely concerned.
Right. When he throws the punch, right, like when he does this, when he punches and then falls, he actually lands. He's landed a couple punches on Ilya. But by being so weird, being so different, Ilya can't approach him in the way that he normally fights.
Exactly. The timing is so odd. Like, look at this. Like, he just falls down.
Oh, there it is.
Nice hammer. Oh, big hammer fist by Topuria.
There it is.
Big shot. Oh, big shot. He might be. He's huge. Huge.
That's what Ilya has to do. Just let it go.
We got caught, unfortunately. We're here right now.
Ilya Topuria bided his time. 11-0.
Did you see him let go? Once he got to an angle where he could punch, he got one off, he just started to let those right hands fly. That was beautiful by Topuria here.
Very interesting because Ryan Hall has this super relaxed style, but Topuria knew where the openings were. And the hammer fist started off.
Yep.
And then when he got to this position.
Got to that strong angle where Hall couldn't roll anymore. He got the arm caught behind his head, so now Hall can't roll. Now he's stuck. And then boom, punch. Now he's just letting go. And these are nasty.
Hall's so concerned with entangling and trying to set up submissions that he wasn't being defensively responsible.
Yeah.
And as we said about Topuria, he closes his show. The guy's a killer.
He's a killer, man.